Okay, and we are live for the Power Chat series, my third show of the week and my final one. So, super excited. I've never had this guest on today, so we're going to learn a little bit more about Luis Rivera of Team Legend. Luis, how are you doing today?
I am good, ma'am. How are you?
Good. Well, you have a really nice backdrop of all those medals, so that looks
Thank
really
you.
good. Are you in your room?
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So this is for the International Sport Karate League, the ISKL season opener post show. So let's just get right into it. How did you do at this tournament?
In this tournament, I got first place in division, which
Hmm.
is 14 to 15 years old black belt, and I also won the open rank, which was one how I earned my power rank.
Great. Now, tell me, how was the competition there? Was it good competition, and were there a lot of people?
Yes, ma'am. For my division, there was I think about 10 competitors. All of them really good fighters. Some of them from like different schools, different heights, ages. It was like a good variation of people to fight.
So it kept you on your toes. How were your matches, though?
Yeah, there were some of them were very difficult. Had to think and challenge. It was a very good challenge to fight.
And it always feels good. One, it's good to have good competition, and two, it feels good to win. How did it feel to take home open rank first place?
It felt really good, especially because it was my first open rank in 14-15, so it felt really good to take it home in this tournament.
Awesome. So you're on the younger side of 14, 15.
Yeah, I am 13 years old and I'm fighting 14-15. Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now I see that you're also on Team Legend. I'm sure there was a lot of representation there, given the Florida and just the Southeast region has a lot of great fighters. Were you able to support your teammates as well?
Yes, ma'am. Some of my teammates were fighting, some of them were doing forms, so I'm glad I got to support them and they supported me, so I'm
How
glad.
did you? Are you a recent member of Team Legend, or have you been on the team for a while?
I got on the team last year.
Okay,
So basically kind of recent, man.
nice. And do you go to Mr. Hamsani's school?
Yes, ma'am. I train there about 4 to 5 days a week with him and Mr. Yoskar.
Cool. Okay. All right. So now tell me a little bit more. So that was a bit more about the tournament itself. How did it run from your perspective? Did it run well? When did you get to fight and things like that?
For me, it ran very well. It was on time. The schedule was really good. The
Good.
timing, the divisions were very organized. It was really good in my opinion. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay. So now more about you. You go to Mr. Hamsani's school and also are taught by Yoskar. Um, how did you get into martial arts?
So I started when I was 4 years old in Puerto Rico with Chemi Merced in New Stars Academy. And since I started as a little kid, I fell in love with the sport and I've just kept going.
Awesome. Okay. And what style, what rank are you?
Right now I am doing American Kempo. I am actually a brown belt in Kempo. And I started when I was 4 years old doing Shotokan in Puerto Rico, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
Okay, cool. And how long have you been competing? How did you get into the competition side of martial arts?
I started competing when I was about 5 years old, so I've been doing it for about 9 years.
Wow.
So I started because my instructors saw me fight, and I've been training with them for about a year, and they thought I was ready to fight. And my first tournament was like 1 year after I started.
Wow, that's soon. Now, what's your favorite part about competition?
Fighting different people, different ages, different ranks. Just a challenge of fighting different people, new people.
You have a lot of great competitors on Team Legend. Do you have any role models or people you specifically look up to?
Yes, ma'am. I look up to Yoskar Gomez and Christian Rivas, both great fighters and world champions. I admire both of them.
And they're both great people too, which is really nice.
They're really humble people and really nice people. Yes, ma'am.
Is that something that you find like common among Team Legend or is it among Florida fighters? What is it? Because I do notice that a lot of the people on Team Legend are quite good, but they're also very humble.
Yes, ma'am. Some of them, we are all like a family. We treat each other nicely. We're like a family more than a school or a team. It's we all are like a very big family, and we come together. We share, we train, and it's like a very big family. Yes, ma'am.
You've been on it for only a year, so have you been at his school for longer?
I've been at his school for about the same 1 year, and after 3 months of training with them, that's when I got into the professional team.
Oh, very cool. Okay. So now, do you also compete? So you compete on the International Sport Karate League. Are you familiar with their other tournaments too?
Yes, ma'am. I am
Okay.
familiar with the ice skill tournaments.
So you're familiar with ISKL. Are you also familiar with USA Sport Karate tournaments too?
Yes, ma'am. I've done NASCAR tournaments, UC Sport Karate tournaments, ISCA, and different leagues during these past years.
So now tell me just what kind of differentiates, you can even just pick one or two, you don't have to go through all of them, but like what kind of differentiates ISKL with another league?
Just the organization, the judges are really good. Just the schedule works very nice. The competitors, the high level competition, just everything, and it's very good.
Okay, great. Now, we're right at the beginning of the tournament year, January. Is this your first tournament of the year, or did you do a, a couple others?
It's actually my second tournament of the year. I did it Chicago, aka Water Cup, which is a
Okay.
NASCAR tournament.
How did you do there?
I won second place in my 12 to 14 open weight and did third in teams, Team Legend, first, and grand champion in my division.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, congratulations. That's a great start. You took some first places, but you also took some seconds and thirds to motivate you. What are your goals for this karate season?
This karate season, I definitely want to win some open weights, win some grand champions. But mostly for this year, I want to win like the Ring of Battle for Atlanta really bad this year.
You want to win Battle of Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a huge fighting tournament.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's great goals. They seem attainable, but also something to push towards.
Yes, ma'am. Something that I know I have to train hard for, but I know I could accomplish if I really
So,
train hard.
so speaking of training, you mentioned you go to the school 4 to 5 times a week. What does your training look like?
I do kempo, which is forms and self-defense techniques, but I also do sparring, point fighting, and we do drills and fighting too.
All right, cool. Now, when you're at the karate school, are you fighting Yaskar and Christian and people like that?
Yes, ma'am. I fight people my age. I fight Mr. Yoskars, Mr. Christian Rivas. I fight little kids to help them too. I fight people, teenagers like me. I fight different types of people.
All right, so that must prepare you. That's something that probably helps you as I would assume, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we talked about your goals. We talked about how you got into martial arts. Now, just tell me more about yourself. I mean, you're still most likely in school. How do you manage anything else you do besides martial arts?
I in my school schedule, I still do school from 8 to like 2:33. After that, I spend some time at home with my family, and from about 7 to 9:30 or 10, I train to in Legend Tuesdays and Thursdays because it's my normal class and black belt class, and yeah, that's it's kind of a balance. I play a little bit of basketball too. Sometimes I train on weekends with Mr. Yoskar, and yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so and I also to set this up, I was chatting a little bit, I think, with your mom, maybe. So does what's your kind of is this kind of a family support for martial arts? Do you have any siblings that also do karate?
Yes, ma'am. I have my twin brother,
Okay,
Edwin. He does martial arts too. He recently just got on Team Legend too. Very excited for him too. That I get to fight with my brother, and
that's awesome. I did not know that you had a twin brother. What's his name?
Edwin Rivera.
Edwin Rivera.
Yeah.
Cool. So, all right, I'm sure your parents are proud of you. Do they are do your what's your so I know you have coaches, but do you what's it like having your parents try to maybe coach you or give you tips? I know when I was competing, I had my regular coaches, but then I had my parents who were giving me feedback. What's that like?
It's very good. I feel really good because when I do something, maybe that's kind of I made a mistake, and they see it, they tell me about it, and they help me to fix it. So it's like really great having them support me when I
That's
fight and my
great.
brother.
Something like sport karate is it's helpful to have supportive families, especially because one, it's kind of an expensive sport, right?
Yes,
Having to
ma'am.
travel around, and two, it's just like it's a very involved sport. How far do you see yourself going long term from this um, in martial arts?
So my goal for long term, it'll be going to the Olympics soon and just training hard and becoming one of the best fighters in the world. Hopefully one day when I grow up.
Great. Okay. Those are awesome goals and so many different international leagues to help you get there. Have you done any of those international leagues yet?
So we're gonna me and my family we're starting to get involved a little bit with Waco, and we're thinking about going to Waco and going to some to their international tournaments to like fight and get some exposure and maybe
Yeah.
go to the
Great.
Olympics.
Cool. You have so much potential, it seems like, and great goals, which is awesome to hear. And you're competing up and things like that. So that's great. Is there
Mhm.
anything else that you wanted to add about that, people might not know about you?
Um, I've I got last year I got world champion in my division and in the 12 through 14 boys open weight. Um, I like a lot about the sport. I like the discipline that you earn, all the like brothership and leadership that you earn while doing it,
Cool.
and just the discipline and having fun and the challenge of training and getting to compete against high level competitors.
Great. Now, do you know, I always wrap up generally with looking forward. What's your next tournament, whether it be ISKL League tournament or anything else?
I think my next tournament is gonna be in February 28th. I think it's at ISKL West Palm Beach tournament. I think.
Cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I actually have their thing pulled up. So for anybody watching, the next one is February 25th,
25th.
West Palm Beach, if their um, Facebook picture at the top is correct. But so now this is a league that you would recommend other people to go to?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely for any type of competitors, adults, teenagers, little kids. There's always good competition. It's a very family-friendly environment for everybody to come. Very organized, very nice people, very nice judges. I very recommend it to everybody.
Okay. All right. For everybody watching, that's Luis Rivera's message to you. I had a great time learning more about you as a martial artist, and you have such a bright future. I'm excited to see all the places that you're going to go. Thanks for coming on to the Power Chat series, Luis.
Thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
All right, everyone, have a great night, and thanks for tuning in to the Power Chat series. Hold on.